Hey, what's up, guys? All right, so yeah, YouTube absolutely amazing. I mean, I love watching TV. I mean, I'm a big TV watcher. I watch everything from Arrow. I watch everything from The Flash. Obviously, I like superhero shows. In terms of like everything else, I watch wrestling, WWE, also SmackDown, Raw. You know, every single Monday, every single Tuesday. Love all of it. But I can honestly say that YouTube sometimes, and especially in this case, provides better content in terms of entertainment, stuff just being hilarious, and of course just all the drama that you could want. And it is absolutely no different in Amber Land. Not Amber Lynn, but Amber Land. I absolutely love that. That's just Amber. That should be a TV show, honestly. Amber Land. Like, kudos to Michael there for creating that, because that honestly, like, if that becomes a TV show, he should definitely get credit. But anyway, um, Amber Lynn, we know she has an addiction. We know, like, what's up with her. I mean, I've watched videos of her where, she's eaten an entire thing, like a shrimp platter. She's eaten an entire pizza. Like, the girl can eat. And we know why she eats, because she has an addiction. I mean, she has set up her story nice in this little TV show here. And this is the thing, you guys. I'm saying it's a TV show, obviously, just because, for me, it is a TV show. For me, it is entertainment. But I get these are real people, and these are people who are actually struggling. But once again, the truth is, there's absolutely nothing any one of us can do. And it's very sad to say, but the girl has an addiction. If no one in her immediate family and her immediate group of friends and her immediate vicinity steps in and says, hey, I'm going to be your champion, hey, I'm going to like help you, there's just absolutely nothing that any one of us can do to get this girl help, because she either A, has to do it herself, or B, has to have some immediate intervention. And just, only reason I say that is because the thing is, I do feel guilty about watching this. I really do. Because ultimately, what we're doing is we're kind of watching this girl's demise, and it's horrible. But once again, she's putting it out there, and then two, there's just nothing that we can do. We can say, hey, stop, hey, get help, hey, we're praying for you. But ultimately, that's all that we can do, because she has to have an intervention. Just like if you were to see a crack addict, okay? If you were to see someone shooting up heroin in some fucking alley, you're not just going to say, hey, put down the needle, hey, put down the pipe, because they're going to look at you and be like, no, or give me $20. Whatever the case may be, they're not going to do it, because they're a fucking addict. And Amber Lynn is an addict. So we are basically watching an addict. And yes, it is sad. It is horrible. But it is kind of entertaining as well. Because she makes excuses. She makes excuses, but she's making the excuses because, once again, she's an addict. I mean, that's what addicts do. They say, oh, hey, yeah, I'm going to go get help. But then they actually just go buy an eighth or something like that. Like, they're addicts. So I still like watching her. I think that, honestly, Amber Lynn, that term, perfectly imperfect? That's how I describe Amber Lynn. She is perfectly imperfect. She is imperfectly perfect. I don't know which one sounds better. She's perfectly imperfect, or she's imperfectly perfect. But either way, those two words describe Amber Lynn. She is imperfectly perfect, or she's perfectly imperfect. Because the thing is, if you look at her, with the way she acts, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by the way she acts. I'm not surprised that she has the attitude that she has. It makes sense. She looks how she acts. And that's why, in my mind, I think, I don't know if that makes sense, but really, in my mind, she's imperfectly perfect. I think there is some beauty in her, and that's gonna sound so weird. It does sound weird coming out of my mouth, because she does have sometimes a shitty attitude, but at the same time, there's something beautiful about Amberlynn in terms of the way she makes decisions, the way she makes excuses. But there's like a little bit of hope in there. And that's just, I don't know if that makes sense. You know what, maybe it doesn't. But I still feel that she's imperfectly perfect. I like her world. I like when she goes on a walk, to the tree and walks back, and how she does exercises in the house. I mean, you can tell that I believe her when she says that she knows how to lose weight. I really do. I believe her just as I believe that drug addicts know how to stop smoking crack. They just have to put down the pipe. But they know that they can't do that because, once again, they are addicts. So, I'm Team Amberlynn. I, however, am not Team Chantall. So, I first was introduced to Chantall once again by Michael B. Petty. Watch his videos all the time. That's how I was really, catching up on all these scenarios and stories with, between, anyways. All right. So I first heard him do his reaction video to one of her videos, which she was talking about how there was a Pringles can, or the top of a Pringles can, somewhere in her body. And so at first I was like, oh wait, you know what? He's editing this video. This shit can't be real. So I actually went to go look up her video, to go look up the exact video that, he had in his reaction video, found it, and was listening to all this shit come out. So apparently, for 8 or 12 hours, and once again, I know I'm late to the show, but I just like talking about this shit. But, so she, 8 to 12 hours, is walking around, and she feels this pain, and it's she's at work, and she's moving and grooving and all this other stuff, and she just has this pain. And then, come to find out, 8 to 12 hours later, she, is wiggling, or, she's, taking off clothes, moving, stuff like that, and a Pringles can, or the top of a Pringles can, just kind of falls out. And now, to provide a little bit more context, she actually was talking about the struggles of, being someone her size. So, that, I was like, okay, all right, that makes sense. You get a pass for that because you're just explaining. But then, out of freaking nowhere, I'm gonna try to stop cursing and stuff like that. Out of freaking nowhere, she starts talking about how she was being intimate, but she talks about sex a whole lot, Chantall. I honestly feel that she uses YouTube as a dating app or something, because she talks about her sexual exploits a little bit more than, what I would feel comfortable doing. But anyways, to each their own. Hey, that's your channel. So anyways, yeah, she was being intimate with another individual. And while I guess, I don't know, what they were doing, but from what she describes and the position that she was in, I have a pretty good idea of, what they were either doing or about to do. But anyways, I guess he started pulling. So when you go to the bathroom, and you're doing number 2, and then of course you're wiping and everything, and how sometimes if you're not wiping good enough, or if the tissue paper is really shitty or something, if the tissue paper, if the tissue paper kind of breaks up and stuff like that, in your butt, and sometimes you get those little, I call them dingleberries, or dingleberries or duberberries, dingleberries, doodleberries. No, I think it's I call them dingleberries. Yeah, so I don't, you know what, dingleberries. So she had some dingleberries, and I guess the gentleman who was behind her was taking out some of the dingleberries for her. And once again, maybe that was because they were about to do something and he didn't want the dingleberries to get in the way. So, I don't know, but I'm just guessing that's what happened. Now, the thing that and wouldn't have shared that story, but once again, to each their own. And I've only been to Canada like 2 times, but from what my own opinion, and I think I would say the popular opinion, is that Canadians are really nice. They're really nice, and maybe they're just really open. So that's why she was sharing those stories and stuff like that. However, what I really didn't like about Chantall and what kind of turned sour for me are really a few things. But the biggest thing was that she was getting upset for other people talking about the information that she was just so openly sharing. Now, once again, just to provide context, she was sharing it because she was trying to give people an idea of the struggles that she goes through as a big woman. At the same time, I mean, I'm sure she could maybe provide some maybe more PG, possibly even PG, yeah, I was going to say PG-13, but I really just say PG information. So, but I don't think you can really get mad for sharing that information and then from there saying, hey, I want to strike your channel. Hey, I'm going to get your shit taken down. I mean, first of all, that's petty. I mean, that is just, I mean, that's just nasty. That's just nasty pettiness right there. But just her attitude in general. And then, once again, I'm Team AMBERLYNN. The way she was going after AMBERLYNN for a second, talking about riding around in the scooter and just talking shit about her in general. I'm like, wow. Like, for one, first of all, I was like the pot calling the kettle black and all that stuff back. Now, it was entertaining, okay? I'm not gonna lie. The shit was entertaining. I was loving what AMBERLYNN was talking shit about Chantall. Chantall's talking shit about AMBERLYNN. And then Michael Petty's talking shit about both of them. And then Zachary Michael's talking. You know what would be really interesting? If Zachary Michael were like to start talking shit with Michael B. Petty, and then Chantall was talking shit about AMBERLYNN, and then Prissy P was talking shit about everyone. Like, this is what I love about this whole universe. It's that, like, it's so fucking entertaining. And I wouldn't be surprised if, like, all 4 of them were, like, all in cahoots and, like, were like, hey, I'll pay you to do this. Because you know what? You can't, like, this is the stuff you don't really get on TV. And that's why I watch, because it really is entertaining. I still don't like Chantall, though. Chantall is just, I think Chantall thinks that her shit doesn't stink. That's the perception that I get of Chantall. AMBERLYNN, like, she'll sit there and she'll tell you, she'll be like, I know I have a problem. I know how to lose weight. I know the steps to do. I just don't do it because I'm a binge eater, you know? She says that she has a problem. She knows she has a problem. Yes, she, you know, sometimes makes excuses, things like that, and just, you know, that's what frustrates you about AMBERLYNN, is the fact that, you know, she knows she's pulling the bullshit, but Chantall acts like she's always some victim or a martyr or, you know, like a champion for, you know, whatever. Anyways, she's just a nasty individual. It's just, if I, like, okay, I'm trying to think about, like, high school, you know, to put this in comparison. Like, she's that girl who is big, but also mad at everyone else for being big. Like, that's kind of how I perceive Chantall. Now, I could be completely wrong, but once again, that's just my perception. I just don't like her. She's just someone I don't like. I don't know why, but I just don't like her. AMBERLYNN, I think, is funny. I mean, she is. Like, okay, so there's just, like, you know, video of her, and she's like, okay, for today's mukbang, you know, I'm going to eat this board game. You know, and it was like, I mean, she was obviously being funny, but it's just, and that's the thing, she's funny. She's She's quirky. Yes, we are watching her demise, but she does kind of put a smile on your face. Chantall doesn't. Chantall's just like, she's just a mean, just aggravating, just miserable human being. And like, she quit YouTube, and then she comes back, and I'm just like, once again, she's not imperfectly perfect. Like, she just, Amberlynn, imperfectly perfect. Chantall's just a vile human being. And she's just someone I don't like, and I don't know why. Actually, you know what? I do know why. She's just a vile human being. But yeah, you know what? Tell me what you think. Like, subscribe, share. If you don't like Chantall, like, if you're Team Amberlynn or if you're Team Chantall, let me know. Anyways, I don't know what I'm going to talk about next time. I'm going to watch some more videos and we'll see. But yeah, all right.